in Elmhurst. I'm going to show you guys just some fundamentals of regaining mount and holding a mount, especially for a smaller guy like me. So I'll start in the mount position. Usually, say you're in the mount here, and I would always like mount and have my hips on his hips when I first started jujitsu. I would put my toes up. And it's very easy for him to bridge either way and fling me. So go ahead, bridge me. Very easy for me to get flung, okay? And me being a smaller guy, I had a horrible mount. I didn't know what I was doing half the time. I would get on mount and get flung. So over the years, I'm like, okay, you can't just rely on guard. You gotta have a heavy mount. I started doing MMA and focusing on having a good mount. So once I'm here, my job is to get my knees up, try to get under his armpits, okay? So I should know at this point, once I'm here, he's gonna be elbow escaping, okay? He should get on his right elbow, he's gonna elbow escape. So I have to know, okay? So what I'm doing now, I'm grabbing his tricep above his elbow, and I'm just bringing him up, and I'm walking up with my knees and I'm squeezing, okay? So right now I have his elbows in a lot better area that I want. Now, before I go for anything else, you know, I wanna stabilize my position, drop my weight and have my hands out because he's gonna be probably bucking me one way or another, okay? At this point, it depends where his hands are. If he's trying to push on the hips, that's fine, same thing. Walk up even higher and now we can start doing the attacks. When you go around the head, make sure you have the control first. If I go around the head just sloppy like this without a lot of control, he's gonna bridge and he's gonna end up reversing it and we're gonna end up here. Again, he's in my guard, but I don't wanna be there. I wanna stay on the mount. And when I was younger belt, I would accept that and I would just go into guard and be like, oh cool, let's play guard. But that doesn't work. Mount is dominant. So say we're here, he goes to tries to elbow escape, I scoop. I should know what he's doing. I gotta be a step ahead of him. Okay, now another thing could end up doing is I go under his elbow and I walk. Now I walk up. I wanna start trapping his arm up. We got a lot of attacks from here. He's probably gonna turn and then we turn this way. And we turn into like an S-mount position. We got the Kimura attacks I was showing. We got the choke attacks I was showing. So mount is very good. People say there's not a lot of attacks outside the collar choke. You know, there's a lot of attacks from it. It depends on what they do and how they move. Okay, so again, when I get the mount, if I'm coming up on top, I gotta know to drop my weight. Okay, when he bridges, I'm gonna catch and look what I do with my feet. I kind of use my heel or like to kind of keep his knees up and I'll catch him. It kind of catches me from getting flung over, okay? Now, you don't want to be crazy, ridiculously high with bad posture because he could throw his legs over under my armpits, and I know a lot of you guys have been caught in that too. Okay, one way to defend that is I come down, drop my hips, you could lace them down like this too, okay? I don't do that a lot unless I'm in a bad mount. So, once we're here again, we have control, I drop down, I keep compressed here. Okay, now I can start looking for Ezekiel's, not giving him much space. If he's flat on his back here, he's in a lot of problems, okay? So it's all about the knee squeeze here. If I come in loose like this and I go, he's gonna elbow escape, exactly. And now it's gonna be probably too late for me to get his arm off the mat. I don't wanna try to get his arm off the mat when it's already down here. Okay, so I gotta beat him to the punch. Before it's down here, then I have to come back up, climb up on his head, put his chest in the face, squeeze the knees. This is uncomfortable for him. And now you can start pinning down. You can start trapping his leg. You could come over. You could force kind of like a little S mount. Bam, here again. You could fall back, take the back. Okay? So remember, if we're at the hips, we don't want to be right at the hips. Okay? Even from here, if I'm stuck here, if he's doing a good frame here, I'll kind of come back a little bit, like if he's down, I'll come under his elbow and I'll use all my weight to bring it up over. If he's very strong, I'm not gonna muscle him from here. I can use all of my weight to pin his arm and then I can start going for attacks. Now I walk up higher and squeeze. Okay, so just take a few looks at those. especially for MMA. Mount is absolutely dangerous. I could go into mount. We'll do a lot more attacks from mount in my next videos. I want to do a collar choke because a lot of people don't like him without getting flipped. But Roger Gracie, I mean, he submitted everybody in that choke. So having a good mount is very important. So give those a whirl, and we'll get it back into some more mount this week.